put off talking about this long enough. They're rebooting the unrebootable. Then again, pretty much everything is unrebootable. Hello everyone, I am still Mecha Random42, the one, the only, the original, still your favorite YouTube consumer advocate, Harpy, and you already know that. That's why you're still here, you're still tuned in, and what are we talking about? You guys already know. We'll just get it over with. Zac Efron is going to star in a 3 Men and a Baby remake for Disney Plus that nobody wants, nobody asks for. You cannot remake this and make it any better, any different. You are just going to go in and annoy the original audience. The best you can possibly get out of this is going to be, oh, that wasn't so bad. But seriously, you had Steve Guttenberg. He's a national treasure. He was in everything when I was a kid. He was in Police Academy and Cocoon and 3 Men and a Baby. Come on. And I don't even like kids. This is one of those movies that I saw over and over and over again as a kid, constantly. You cannot keep rebooting this stuff. People are so tired of this stuff. Because what happens every time they reboot something? Well, then they gotta throw in whatever political ideology that is completely irrelevant, and we see through it every single time. We see through how these studios don't actually care about any of this stuff. They just want your nostalgia dollar, and they want this woke virtue signaling dollar. And they think that that's going to float them instead of, I don't know, taking a chance on something that people might actually want to see. Making something new, making something original, making something different, making something that hasn't been made. Countless times. We already had 2 of them. We had 3 Men and a Baby and 3 Men and a Little Lady. And I saw them both numerous times. What's next? They probably already did remake Look Who's Talking. Did they remake Look Who's Talking? Chaos, hi Becca, how are you? I am annoyed that they keep wanting to remake these things. And I didn't even realize I was that big of a fan of this until I saw them. And that's what happens every single time. Every single time I hear, oh, they're going to remake this, they're going to remake that. I'm like, wait. I already like the original. And I don't like anything. I already like the original just fine. I haven't seen it in a long time. Just re-release the original. You know what I would do? I would go to a movie to maybe see the original back in theaters. Because you know why? Because that's nostalgia. And I know I like it. And I don't have to risk $20 and the cough in a theater or $10 a month on Disney Plus for something that's just going to be meh. It's just going to be, that was a thing. Because you know what? I can just watch the original. We already have it. This is completely, absolutely pointless. I don't care about Zac Efron enough to, and I know he's got his fan base. I know he's got all of his fans from the High School Musical movies, probably. And I guess that's who they're trying to appeal to. That little demographic of kids who are now, about in their mid-20s, maybe 30 from the High School Musical stuff. They want those people. Because those people should theoretically be starting to have families, even though a lot of them probably aren't. A lot of them are probably still living at home. Gordon Gray, who made the last Ben Affleck starring drama The Way Back, is producing. So this is going to be a drama, apparently. Zac Efron is getting in touch with his parental side. Efron is on board to star in the 3 Men and a Baby remake. Who's he going to be? Is he going to be Steve Guttenberg? Which one is he going to be even? When was the last time a reboot worked? Never. Well, the last time was probably Battlestar Galactica in 2004. So 15 years ago. 15 years ago was the last time a reboot worked where you could get away with changing some characters. Why? Because it was really, really good. Why? Because it was really, really good and you weren't out there just calling everybody ismphobic, right? What happened with Battlestar Galactica? Edward James Olmos went out and said, hey, if you like the original, you probably won't like this one. They never said anything of, if you don't like this original, you don't like people of a certain ethnic group, or you don't like people of a certain gender. That's not the thing. And that's what's probably going to happen this time. They're probably going to woke it up. They're probably going to change a lot of stuff. They're probably going to diversify it. And then they're going to blame the audience for saying, no, we don't want one. And that's why I'm saying, no, we don't want one, when all you're telling me is Zac Efron's in this. Because you can't you can't accuse me of being istrophobic, right? You can't put words into my mouth on something when I'm saying no to this when all we know is Zac Efron. The remake is intended for Disney Plus, with Disney's live-action division running point. Gordon Gray is best known for his inspirational sports dramas, such as The Rookie and this year's Ben Affleck starring The Way Back. And he's producing it. Initially, a remake of the film, three men brought together a trio of 1980s stars. Tom Selleck, Steve Guttenberg, and Ted Danson as New York bachelors who find themselves carrying and subsequently falling for an infant. The movie was directed by Leonard Nimoy and proved to be a major hit, becoming the first live-action Disney film to cross the $100 million mark domestically. It was followed up by Three Men and a Little Lady in 1990 that reunited the cast, but not Nimoy, and not that creepy cardboard cutout in the hallway either. Efron's boarding of Three Men marks a return to Disney for the actor, who became a star thanks to his breakout turns in High School Musical over a decade ago. Wasn't he also in the... Was he in the remake of... Oh, what's the show with the Jiggles? Pamela Anderson Jiggle Show? What's the Pamela Anderson Jiggle Show? Baywatch! Wasn't he in the remake of Baywatch too? He can currently be seen in Down to Earth, a documentary series. Alright, you're not going to add anything to this, though. What are you going to do to this? Because what happens with three grown adults now who have a kid? What happens lately? What's been happening in the last 20 years? People have kids and then they drop them off with their parents because adulting is hard. Is that what's going to happen? That's more realistic. You have a kid and you drop it off with your parents. That's what seems to be more the thing. Stop. This is getting sad. This is getting... Do you really not have anything else? Why can't you just remaster and update the original? Why can't you just bring out the original? You're not going to change anything. You're not going to make it anything that any modern day audience is going to care about, because who's going to watch it? Us. Sure, you can cast Zac Efron in it because of the High School Musical stuff. It doesn't mean that demographic cares about this sort of thing. It doesn't mean that this demographic is going to get any of that, because the demographic that you're trying to appeal to tend to not really be parents yet. They tend to not be getting married. They tend to not be having the adult responsibilities. This will not work in today's culture. You know why? Because we have a bunch of selfish children running around crying and reeing over their first world problems, trying to create oppression where there isn't any. This is why this will never work. And what's gonna happen? They're just gonna woke it up, because one of them is probably going to be of an alphabet persuasion. One of them is probably going to be swapped out for another ethnic group, for representation and diversity, and yada yada yada. Nobody cares. What is your purpose? Why? Just for what? Money? Just show the original. Don't spend the money. This isn't going to draw in new people. You already have a movie. Don't throw your money away on this Disney. Guess what? Rumor has it, you don't have a whole lot. You don't have a lot of disposable cash. So taking a chance on this, if this money is coming out of their pocket, it's a bad move. You're not going to get a return on investment here. What do you guys think? Do you guys want this? I don't want this. Maker Madness says finally the truth. Jiggle Show, Baywatch. It was Baywatch. Matthew Hooker, £5 super chat. I almost said euros. Wow, I can talk today. Maybe they are all snowflake babies in the film. Yeah, maybe the baby is actually just a 27-year-old adult. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the catch. Maybe Zac Efron is the baby and not one of the men. There you go. That's how you do it. That's how the catch is. You still have Steve Guttenberg, Ted Danson, and Tom Selleck coming in, but they have to adopt grown Zac Efron. And he comes around going, adulting is hard. Where? Adulting is hard. I know. I get it. We all have to, though. Grow up. Shut up, and quit crying. Oh. So, yeah, the consensus says this is just a bad idea. I am going back to my live chat. F this article. Go. Don't you guys go anywhere.